Welcome back to Kemp Fitness Professional, everybody. We just officially crossed the day 6 threshold. I'm just about to get into bed. I am feeling pretty tired, I'm not going to lie. But let me take you through a recap of the 6th day of my hard dry fast. So, crazy story to start you guys off with. Last night I went to bed around 11 o'clock and I woke up wide awake at 2:30, and I felt in my stomach something was in there, and I'm like, do I gotta poop? And spoiler alert, we're about to talk about poop, earmuffs. I started rubbing my stomach by my belly button where there was like kind of tension, tightness I was talking about earlier videos. And sure enough, I was like, I gotta poop. And I ran to the bathroom and sat down, and nothing really came out at first. And then I started massaging my stomach more, and I started thinking about whatever was in there. I was just trying to intentionally let it go, get it out of me, release, cleanse, relax. And sure enough, I pooped out this really murky, dense, kind of like wet mud is the what it made me think of. It was really not like a traditional poop, and one big kind of sloppy bloop bloop came out, and then I was like, there's still more in there. I kept rubbing my stomach and kind of breathing a little bit, and then another one came out, and it was really slimy. I think there was a lot of fat in the poop. It was kind of globular a little bit, like the water was around it, so I'm thinking I was releasing a lot of fat and or ketones possibly from my bloodstream or whatever that had gotten into there and was exiting. And it was dark, really dark. It was really interesting. It was really weird, but I felt euphoric and really good afterwards. A lot of energy, focus, cleared. It was really interesting. Sorry, a bug just flew on me. And yeah, so I was wide awake, and it was 2:30. I'm like, well, I'm just gonna get up, and so I started researching dry fasting and looking into different channels and different videos, and just reading more about it. And it was really interesting. I found a lot of cool stuff. I was writing some articles from 2:30 to 5:30. One of my friends called me at 5:30. I'm like, you realize it's 5:30, right? He's like, so you've been up for an hour already? I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. But then I did my traditional Kriya yoga practice, and way more connected than any of the other days. I was far out there. I was really lucid dreaming almost during my meditation afterwards. And then I did the joint mobilization stuff after, and then I even followed it up. I was feeling so good and energetic that I followed it up with a mini little body weight 5 minutes of exercise. I did 30 body squats, 30 hip hinges, 50 push-ups, 2 sets of 25, and then 2 sets of 25 on band pulls, and then 2 sets of 25 on some plank twists, just getting a little bit of core and rotational activation. And then I was good to go. Went about my day, had a long, really productive day. Meetings pretty much straight through from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And that was nice because it kept me distracted. I did notice that, again, I had that energy lull, and it didn't really go away this time. I didn't really get to pick me back up later this evening, probably because of the 3.5 hours of sleep last night. But I was juiced all morning, super hyper, super wired, felt really good. And then started to get a little more kind of just lethargic and tired. Went for my typical 45-minute walk, and then came back and laid in the sun and meditated and just soaked up some sun for another 30-40 minutes. So I took a good hour and a half break in the middle of the day. And I came out of that kind of groggy, a little tired. I had a couple more meetings, and then I went to the store, drove to the store, and bought some stuff for breaking my fast. So what did I purchase to break my fast, which is going to be tomorrow evening, most likely, when I hit the 7-day mark at about 8-9 p.m. So I bought some baking soda to mix with my pink salt as an electrolyte mixture that I'm going to have, as a saltwater mixture that I'm going to have to start to break my fast. And I'll probably just have a couple glasses of that and possibly some coconut water. So I bought today at the store. I bought baking soda, 2 liters of coconut water, one like little vial, like a little 6-ounce, 8-ounce vial of coconut kefir, and get that liquid probiotics in me to get some good healthy gut bacteria going in. That's not going to be until day 2. What else did I get? A jar of sauerkraut, more probiotics. 2 little 8-ounce bottles of vegetable juice, green, fresh, mixed vegetable juice. I believe it's kale, cucumber, celery, and mint, or spinach maybe, and mint. So I got 2 of those. That's also going to come later. 2 beef bone broths, grass-fed beef bone broths. 2 like 8-ounce cups of that, and then 2 cups of fresh blueberries, 2 cups of fresh raspberries. I'm gonna make a couple smoothies later, like day 3, day 4. I think that's everything, and some cayenne pepper. So, and some apple cider vinegar. So the first day, which is going tomorrow night, is going to be officially the 7-day mark, and so I'm most likely going to break it tomorrow night. I'm ready for some water, baby. So I'm probably just going to have 16 to 32 ounces of water. I'll probably do 16 ounces of salt water, that mixture. I'll give that to you guys later as a ratio. And then probably 16 ounces of coconut water. And I'll probably call it there and then go to bed. And then I'll wake up and I will start a protocol, which I will share with you guys more in detail as I break the fast. But it's going to be saltwater solution, and that's pretty much saltwater solution and coconut water is going to be the protocol for day 1. And then day 2 is going to involve apple cider vinegar and lemon juice as a drink, and then the saltwater solution as another separate drink, and then the coconut kefir in little increments throughout the day, just to start getting new bacteria into the gut. And then the 3rd day, I'll incorporate the bone broth, and or no, maybe the 2nd day the kefir, coconut kefir, and then the veggie greens juices. And then the 3rd day post fast, I will implement the bone broth and kombucha. And so that will be the day 3, and then day 4 is, I believe, when I start doing smoothies, and then egg salads. So rule of thumb that I was researching is, for however long you're going to do a dry fast, do half as many days in preparation and half as many days on the backside of the fast to ease into it and ease out of it with liquids and fruit juices specifically. So I'm also going to the farmer's market Saturday. I might pick up some oranges, and we've got a couple lemons, but I'll probably pick up more oranges and lemons and then just blend those up in the processor and probably just dilute that in with some water. We've got a strainer too, so I could strain it technically and just make like a glass of juice, but that's really concentrated sugar, especially with all the salt that I'm putting in. I don't necessarily want to like oversaturate on my sugar, so I'll probably just have like a diluted orange juice in that mix somewhere day 2, day 3. But I just actually wrote down the entire protocol for the 7 days following the fast. Doesn't mean I'm going to follow that by any means, but as what works for me usually is my left brain, logical brain, likes to, prior to going into anything, write down a plan, so that way then when I actually get into it, my right brain, intuitive self, can say fuck the plan and do what I want to do, but I know that at least that plan is there. If something happens, I can fall back on it. But I have that written down. I'll share more about the plan for breaking the fast afterwards. But really interesting with the energy level and the poop at 2:30 in the morning at the end of day 5. I did not think I had anything in there, so that was crazy. Also, crazy side note, guys. When I started this, I was about 197, 198 pounds. I had weighed 2 days prior to the challenge, and I was 198 pounds. So I'm giving that extra pound as give or take. Maybe I had lost a pound in a day. Maybe there's a water fluctuation there. But I went to the gym today and stepped on the scale on my way home from the grocery store, and I was 176 pounds. I have not been this lean since high school, and granted it's dehydration. I'm missing a lot of water, but I'm looking really lean. I've probably cut down to about 5% body fat or so, and I was probably at 8 or 9 before. I'm assuming I lost about 4% body fat, which would make sense if I crunch the numbers in my head as far as lean body mass and basal metabolic rate. If I'm losing about 2,400-ish calories a day on what my activity level would be over 7 days, we're looking at something like 17,000 calories or something. I'm really estimating here. But if it's 7,000 or 3,500 calories per pound of fat, then I'm looking at easily 4 to 5 pounds. And so 4 to 5 pounds would be 2 to 3% body fat. So if I was 8 or 9, now I'm around 5, maybe 6, probably a little leaner. That makes sense to me. So it seems like everything's been on par. Definitely noticed a dip in energy today, though. I'm ready to break the fast. I think I said that yesterday in the video, but I'm committed at this point. I woke up at 2:30. I was planning on breaking the fast this morning at some point in time, but then after the poop and feeling super recharged and energized and motivated, I was like, I'm gonna do 7 days. Just now it's like a mental willpower thing. Like, I'm doing 7 days no matter what. So tomorrow, luckily, is my lowest work day out of the entire week since last Saturday. So tomorrow I definitely have some busy work to do, but I also have the most free time. And I'm hoping to squeeze a nap in there just to kill a couple more hours so that way I can wake up and be ready to drink some water. So I definitely will share that experience with you guys because it's going to be glorious for sure. But other than the overall depletion feeling, today was great. I peed another 26, 28 ounces and got all my stuff done for the day, appointments and all. Even went to the store, drove to the store, totally fine. Like, just weak. But this is the first day, I would say. Yesterday, evening and afternoon for sure, I was feeling more lethargic and weak. And today, definitely, I'm like definitely feeling it. But the point is, at this time now, is the goal of like pushing through this weakness and overcoming the challenge with my mind and hitting that milestone of 7 days, because I wanted to do 7-day water fast. So now it's like, well, let's just do a 7-day dry fast and really nail it home. So feeling confident I'm gonna get it done. So I'll keep you guys posted. Thanks so much for following me on this journey. I hope you guys are learning something, and check out my Kemp Fitness YouTube page for more videos of awesome stuff like this, where I experiment with my body, my mind, and my soul to optimize my health and my performance and my life. Take care, guys.